Good evening. Um, Hi, class. Thank you for meeting with me today. Before we begin, I want to ensure that you understand that this is a simulated session for educational purposes, and everything we discuss here will remain confidential. Also, I want to confirm that you've reviewed and signed the informed consent form. Do you have any questions before we begin?
No, sir, I'm fine.
Okay. Um, how have you been feeling lately? What's been on your mind?
I've been okay. I've just been a little stressed out lately because I've just started a new job. And it's been taking me a long time to get one. So now that I have this new job, I've been trying my best not to overthink my job. I struggle with PTSD. So I try not to, I feel like I don't want to lose this job just as quick as I got it.
Okay. Okay, so in today's session, we'll focus on understanding some of the challenges you've mentioned before and explore ways to reframe some of your thoughts to better cope with them. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me about a recent situation that made you feel stressed or upset?
Um, Outside of work, like any situation.
Yeah, just whatever.
Um, well, aside from still dealing with some nightmares, a situation I had was just a memory from my past of after the relationship I just dealt with. And I thought about something that my ex partner had said to me on top of a physical altercation. And it was almost like it was happening in real time, as if he was standing right in front of me. So I got really frustrated about that. Situations like that have also happened at work when I'm by myself. And that'll take my mood from a 10 happiness to like a 2, just miserable and sad and depressed.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you felt overwhelmed because of like past things that have kind of revisited you, excuse me, or um, challenges from the past that may just pop up for no apparent reason or just thoughts would just run through your head, reference the aforementioned. And when you think about the situation, what thoughts come to your mind?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I've been dealing with is like real fight or flight type of situations. The thoughts that come to my mind, I can't say failure, but it's like about the spec that I even put up with so much of it for so long. So sometimes I feel a little low in myself with that. So the thoughts that come to mind, I guess, is what's the opposite of the word confident? Um, I just feel belittled, I guess is the way to say it.
Okay. Okay, so how, okay, you said feel belittled. So how does these thoughts affect the way you feel or react in the moment?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I guess I answered that a little backwards, huh? It makes me feel belittled, but the thoughts that I have, um, I don't know, the thoughts I have is wishing I could go back in the moment and change what happened at the present moment. I could react
Mm-hmm.
differently. And that makes me feel belittled. It makes me feel depressed. Um, yeah, yeah, if that answers that.
Okay. Um, okay, so let's take a moment to challenge and channel those thoughts. Well, are there any alternative ways to view that situation?
I guess I could. I've been trying to work on that, taking all of my negative thoughts and looking at the positive in them.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to do that. And some days I have good moments with it, and others I suck at it.
That's understandable. That's
Yeah.
understandable.
Sometimes I think about ways I reacted and said it was probably best that I reacted that way because had I reacted the way I wanted to react, I'd probably be in jail and not be able to take care of my kids. Or, I think I was strong the way I handled them. I just wish I never had allowed myself to get there. Um, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, let's try a technique called cognitive restructuring. Together, we'll write down the thoughts you had and see if we can come with evidence. Excuse me, if we can find evidence for you and against it. This helps us reframe and it into something more balanced and constructive. Okay. Your thoughts was, I always mess things up. Can we think of a time when this wasn't true?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like honestly, me getting a job is a moment where I did not mess things up. uh, and if that was an example, I do have moments where I tend to think I can't do things right. So I think me getting a job was a moment where I did not mess things up. I actually did what I set out to do. I accomplished that goal. Another example.
Okay, but in the process, like say when you was looking for jobs, I mean, were you diligently looking for them? And if you were, then if you didn't get the job or for whatever reason, it wasn't like you was stagnant on your part. You did your part. So, you just finally, I believe, was blessed with this job. So to me, and I'm just speaking me, you're not a failure or you're not, but I mean, I can understand your point and how you feel about certain things in that arena. And I don't know if you would agree with me on that.
Oh yeah, that makes me feel better. I've thought about it, but again, sometimes it's just those other thoughts that it's hard to ignore.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Well, let's summarize some of the key points. Today, we identified the thought that contributed to how you were feeling and worked on reframing it. This is something we could practice more in future sessions. Between now and our next session, I'd like for you to try noticing when you have similar thoughts and jot them down. We'll review them together next time. And in my eyes, you've done some great work today. I appreciate your willingness to share and try something new. Do you have any questions for us before we wrap this up today?
no, sir. Other than that, just want to say thank you.
Okay, you're quite welcome, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you again.